What's your biggest cruise passenger pet peeve? Over 30,000 views and hundreds of comments later, cruisers have spoken. Chair hogs, line cutters, balcony smokers, elevator blockers, and kids running wild. People who stop in the middle of the walkway like they're the only person on the ship. Tonight, on Ship Happens Raw, we're putting them all on trial. But here's the twist. Are these passengers actually the problem? Or are cruise lines creating the behavior by refusing to enforce the rules? If cruise lines could ban one type of passenger forever, who gets voted off the ship? Ship Happens Raw starts next. Oh, my voice cracked in that one. Did you hear it?
I did.
That was horrible. I'm not a fan of that opening. Welcome in, baby, to another episode of Ship Happens Raw, live every Wednesday at 8. And for those out there in chat, thank you for coming in. We'll get to that in just a second. But tonight's topic isn't necessarily a debate, but of course it will turn into a debate because it's really easy, right? It is who deserves to go to cruise jail. I threw out this comment actually last week. We had some issues getting this thing going and with the live stream, and then we were going to redo it Saturday, and we know what happened that day. So we're redoing it tonight, and we had, when I did this, 30,000 views on Facebook and over 500 comments on this particular topic. Left it open, and we're gonna kind of do this kind of a little bit crazy, a little bit around robin. I'm gonna hundreds of comments. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about that and really get in. Welcome in, RB. Tripping with RB is in the room, by the way, saying hello. Boom, boom.
Yeah, I'm having some chat issues with my screen, so I can see the chat, but I can't respond. So I don't know why it's not letting me do that. But anyway, we'll figure that out.
Oh, DC is in Tampa. And he's saying he's glad to
Thanks,
see you're feeling
DC.
better.
Yes.
I just make that smaller. Oh,
I am so glad I'm feeling better too.
And Will is in as well. So I'm going to kick it off and I'm going to let you start it out there, my love. And by the way, I do it every time and I got to keep doing it because it keeps me out of the doghouse or cruise
jail
in this case, and say, you look amazing. And I'm really glad you're up here doing it. DC is watching Knox at the bar. And
I'm thinking the Knicks. I think it's supposed to be the Knicks.
Yep. I'm like, the Knox. What the hell is the Knox?
It's a whole new show.
It's a whole new show. Whole new show. So you get to kick it off here, baby.
All right. Thank you. Good evening. I can't even talk. Good evening, everybody. And I think Matt's just trying to stay out cruise jail. Compliments like that may get him an early release for good behavior, maybe. I don't know.
No sleeping on the couch tonight?
It depends.
We'll see how the hour goes, right? That's always the way it goes. We'll see how the hour goes.
Yeah, we'll decide. Or I'll decide in a few minutes. Anyway, so let's see here. You threw out a topic on the week of what is your biggest cruise passenger's pet peeve to everybody. And boy, did some people have some opinions. Or maybe they're just waiting to complain about things. I don't know. This is like group therapy and ocean views mixed together. So some of the names that keep showing up from over the course of the dialogue that you had started was chair hogs, line cutters, balcony smokers, kids running amok or wild, people who stop in the middle of the walkway like they're the main character of a movie. Yeah, Matt does that. Yeah.
With camera and
so we are absolutely voting people off the ship tonight. So
it's Ship Happens Raw Survivor Edition. I like it.
This is not about manners. This is about audacity.
All right. So let us start it out. Go ahead.
I think what caught my attention reading through things is everybody agrees that people are annoying. That seems to be the common thread, but nobody agrees on who actually to blame for this. Because maybe the chair hog isn't the problem. Maybe it's the cruise line that refuses to enforce its own rules. Maybe it's the kids that aren't the problem. Maybe you booked a family cruise and forgot families came with kids. I don't know. Maybe passengers aren't becoming more entitled. It's maybe we're just filming the behavior and have a documented evidence that it exists. So we're going to put them all on trial tonight. And we'll also discuss if cruise lines could ban one type of passenger forever, who's going to get voted off the ship. All right, chat, this is going to require some engagement from you tonight because there's only two of us. And most of the time we disagree, so we'll be in a stalemate on the jury tonight. So drop your number one cruise pet peeve right now in the chat. Have you ever been personally victimized by a chair hog?
Victimized.
Trauma.
Oh, that's got to go. You know, that's where I'm coming in because
I know you go off on that one.
That is.
DUI. It looks like someone's already getting a DUI.
Oh yeah, this was Chris. Chris came in with drunk people on mobility scooters, and I think he was referring to himself there. Well, Eddie, because
Eddie.
Yeah, Eddie, one of the two. But I'm going to start it off with the number one we got was chair hogs. Also, the one that's closest to my heart because there is nothing like going through the pool deck and seeing 300 chairs with 12 people in them, but everyone is taken. It drives me insane. And the comments lit up on this one like crazy because you had both sides of the arguments. People saying, get up at 6:30 to get your chair. And I'm like, I'm not going to get up at 6:30 to grab a chair on the pool deck. And it does. This one to me is, there is a rule. The cruise lines have a rule. Cruise lines have a rule for it. And it's, to me, it's straight to cruise jail, right? There's a time limit. And we've talked about the time limits before. And I know everybody says right around 30 minutes, but to me, it's insane how these people just take advantage. And to me, that's what it is. It's taking advantage of it, being able to come in. Hi, Danny. Thanks for coming in, by the way. And welcome into fam. It drives me nuts sitting there or walking by and I'm like, I can't find a spot, or I'm sitting so far away from the pool that I get third-degree burns on my feet. I mean, there.
Okay, so I'm going to say something a little controversial to you. You and I have this conversation before. This is not entirely the chair hog's fault. Cruise lines, they know how many people are on board. And so it's not a surprise party. If there were enough chairs, would people be out there playing Hunger Games Full Deck Edition? So this, I agree with you. This is not like Oregon Trail. You did not throw a flip-flop out there and claim land by any means, right? Like,
I don't even know how to respond to the Hunger Games Cruise Edition comment because it again, that like, you're right. I don't think this is on the cruise lines. I think this is on people. And we're going to get to it here later on. There was another incident in Nassau, and it's been on a few other channels. And it just talks about behavior. People.
Audacity.
Yeah, people's behavior. Some of the craziest comments that we had on our Facebook chat was just this, was, I get up early enough to get my damn chair. What are you going to do about it? And that's kind of what happened in Nassau this past Monday.
So let's look at the chair hog profile breakdown because they're not all the same, right? We have different types of chair hogs, if you will. We have your point, the 6:30 or 6 a.m. assassin, the towel before sunrise method, the decoy dropper, random flip-flop or book combo going on, the ghost that never returns. You see their stump and they're gone. Or the territory king, one person, 6 chairs, and nobody else ever seems to join them. So who was the worst of those out of the chair hog profiles? And we wanted that opinion too from everybody that's joining us tonight. Put that in the chat. Which one is worst? The 6 a.m. assassin, the decoy dropper, the ghost, the territory king or queen? Let's not be specific there.
I think that the chat is telling us it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. They're all equally
bad. Annoying, bad.
I would agree. I think when we talk about the rules, I'm not saying everybody has to be a rule follower, but at the same time, it's just common courtesy, right? They haven't caught me yet. Chris is saying that's his drunk fly. That's because that thing can go up to 12 miles an hour, Chris. You outrun most people on it, right? And just want to head down to the spall. Welcome in, Liz. And we really appreciate you guys coming in. I actually got to speak to them today. I was on live for a little bit with Scotty J over on TikTok. So I got to speak with them as well. Welcome in. How are you? Going back, to me, it's about enforcement of the rules. You shouldn't have, I'll correct that, because they obviously do. You can't have these rules and not enforce them. It is the one thing I can put up with a lot of stuff on a cruise to the point, and we're going to talk about some of that. This is the one for me that literally just boils my blood every time I'm on the pool deck. It keeps me away from the pool deck. You often say to me, let's go to the pool deck. Let's go sit in the hot tub. And I'm like, no, I am not going to the pool deck because of this reason. I would rather go to Solarium or the Vibe Beach Club where I'm not fighting somebody over this. But to me, that's, you called it soup. The pool's full, but the deck chairs are empty, right? And that's part of cruising too. And it's generally just around the pool deck because there are chairs everywhere else on the ship that you can get to, but the pool deck, good luck.
So the real test, right? And we know there's the rule. Most ships have the 2-hour limit. And so you're hanging out, you're maybe in a little bit further away or upper deck, and you're sitting there watching and you see a chair, just a towel. It's been a couple hours now. Are you respectful? Are you sitting anyway? Are you moving their junk and choosing chaos? What's your vibe? What do you do?
All of them equally are rule breakers from Chris. And Will says he does agree with all of the above. Nope, not that any of them are good. And RB comes in. Yep. And you can see it is pretty much consistent. Everybody hates chair hogs. I'm getting that right. Everybody just hates chair hogs.
I don't think hate is the right word.
Hate is the right word.
Annoyed.
6 minutes is what they got.
Right? 6 minutes.
All right. Same as chair hogs, not supposed to reserve seats. It's all this.
So are you moving their stuff?
I would.
I don't. I always get an attendant to come move their stuff.
Nope. You don't get to sit there with a paperback in a chair or a flip flop. It's coming off the seat. And I can't wait for somebody to say something to me. Right. I watched your seat for 45 minutes, dude. You're gone. Out of there. You're lucky it's not over the side of the ship because that would get me in trouble. And
I was going to say, that'll get you off the ship. You're going to be like,
but yeah.
And to your point, you can walk the whole deck and there's not a chair in sight, right? Suddenly 3 p.m. chairs appear like the resurrection. It's like you can get a seat anywhere because people get ready for dinner and they've had too much sun. And I agree. I think.
So do pool decks need reservation times? Is that what we're getting to now? Come on.
No, I don't think they need reservation time. I think they just need enforcement.
All right. So,
or design a better system so people don't act like this. And I think part of that's going to be some attentiveness from the deck staff, the Lido deck staff, watching, okay, and maybe they put something in place like the parking meters. You tag the chair with a pink dot. I don't know.
I'll throw it out there in chat. Are we sending these guys? Is this the worst one? Are these the ones we're voting off the ship? I say this is my number one vote. If I only get one vote.
We're not voting yet. You got to get through the rest of the peoples, the passengers that annoy people.
All right. So let's do the next one then.
Let's not. Okay. Kids running wild.
Parents need to parent. Okay. Cruise ships are not giant floating babysitters. There's my take.
That's just a very small take.
We're not.
And yes. And also, majority of the time you booked a family cruise. That's like going to Disneyland and being mad that there are kids. Need a scale, okay? Are they feral versus foul? Feral meaning loud, splashing, running, or are they foul hallway chaos, the elevator nonsense, the midnight madness, if you will. So I'm going to throw some situations here. Be happy to speak your mind in the chat here, but Matt, you let's pick each one. Pool splashing, feral, foul.
Foul.
Foul?
Yeah. Pool splashing, I'm okay with that.
And then that would be feral because they're just being kids.
Okay.
Foul would be like the nonsense, the Midnight Menace, the craziness. That's a foul.
Foul gets the vote off the ship, and Farrell is
Farrell's kids being kids. Yeah.
okay. All right. Now that we've established that, Farrell.
Hallway racing.
Foul.
Midnight yelling.
Farrell.
Not midnight yelling. Kids should be in bed.
Farrell. That's kids
That's
being
foul. That is not. Kids should be.
no.
We were feral. We're Gen X. Let's not rewrite history here.
There's gonna be some of that. This one isn't a big one for me. I expect families on we've got some stuff in chat here.
Go through it because I'm having problems with chat tonight.
Parents should parent, and they're saying foul. Midnight yelling in the hallway. I've got to say, this one doesn't bother me as much. Now, if they're hogging a damn chair, they're the one getting thrown through. And Chris, since I work at a high school, I'm not afraid to use my teacher voice.
Teacher voice.
I also know how to ignore it. This one isn't that bad, right? There are other ones you can mention here that I would say absolutely foul.
Okay, so we're saying kids are having fun, right? Then why are they? What was that one kid running down there trying to be Spider-Man and yelling? He was bouncing off the walls. I swear it was midnight. That was ridiculous. Where is his parents?
His parents were on the pool
deck. Like, seriously.
His parents were on the pool deck hogging chairs.
And there's the elevator chaos.
That one is foul.
That is like Elf pushing on the flipping buttons and you got to hit every floor.
I don't mind that. I just don't like the etiquette they have when we have to teach better manners when it comes, especially for elevator etiquette. And this goes to more than that. You know me, I'm gonna take the stairs most of the time because I don't like how people herd and get in and get out of those elevators. They treat other passengers with disrespect, people with mobility issues, older guests,
push them around.
And the kids have zero tact, zero class. That to me is foul. I hate, especially when there's no parents doing anything about it.
Or encouraging the behavior, like for them to get in there.
Absolutely.
Let's say at the buffet, unsupervised, like a chaos goblin, grabbing cookies and licking their fingers and doing all the gross stuff that kids do.
Let kids be kids, but when they interfere with someone else's vacation, then it's fun. Yes, absolutely. I think the kids are there enjoying their vacation. It's a family.
Let them have fun. They're going to splash around and there's going to be some running and things, but not Spider-Man on a Red Bull down a hallway at midnight. Let's not do that.
I'm okay with that one. That one doesn't bother me, right? That one, especially if you book during peak season.
Yes, but still, they don't need to be out of control. And kudos to Chris M for being a teacher. I did a student teacher semester. I made about 4 weeks and said, no. There's some reason why some animals eat their young. And yeah, let's just say
we could mention the homeschooling experience that you tried.
No, let's not talk about that either.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, patience is not my strong suit.
No.
Pool deck noise I'm okay with. I'm good with that. I'm good with kids. I'm good with laughing, but the disrespect, the pushing around, the not realizing, or it's not necessarily even realizing, but acknowledging that other people exist around them, that drives me nuts.
That's, to me, that half of that is kids being kids. It's just where they're at. I'm going to add this in. Adult areas should be enforced like TSA security, right? No kids. There's a reason why it's an adult area pool. That is where people go.
Don't let them in for lunch. Don't let them go to the buffet. And we'll talk about Royal, like the solarium. Solarium is primarily for adults, but then we'll let kids in for the buffet and things. No.
Yeah, I agree.
Go to the buffet.
It needs to be an adults area. All right.
So again, we drank from hose. We disappeared until streetlights came on. We were pretty feral, maybe even foul at times. We did our things. Let's not act like we were tiny royalty children that said all prim and proper and followed the rules. That's not what we did, but I think there still needs to be structure. No BS approach, right, Chris? See, you can be Gen X with a no BS because some of that stuff would not have flown with my parents.
I'm going to say it. We would have got our ass beat for some.
No, wooden spoon. Just say wooden spoon.
Wooden spoon. Man, that spoon had holes in it. It was like
Your auntie didn't
yeah,
like you. That's all.
she had it on the wall. It was like Wicked Witch Tool, right? It was actually her nickname, the Wicked Witch of the West, and still traumatic experiences there, kneeling on salt in the corner.
So I agree. If you book summer peak hours or the holidays, you don't get to complain about kids. That's like booking Black Friday and being mad and not booking shopping on Black Friday and being mad that the mall is crowded. Be reasonable, know what you're doing. But I agree with you that all only areas need to be more enforced as well. Hi, controversial Crosian.
Scott.
Welcome in, Scott. I don't know people's names. Hi, Scott.
I know.
I barely know our names half the time.
Yeah, well,
to take responsibility. At the end of the day, that's where know what's going on and teach them some manners out there, please.
All right. So we're saving the votes till the end. So that one I'll keep to the side. Let's talk about the next one.
Line cutters. Nobody likes line cutters. Ever.
But not all line cutting is evil. I get it, right? Line cutting is bad. But there's often times where you're standing in line or I'm standing in line and I join you, or line cutting is, I would say, feral. We'll go with.
Let's.
I know.
That's kids. Kids are feral. Let's open cruise sport for this one.
Okay, cruise
guilty
sport.
Or not guilty?
Line cutting?
Yeah, like scenario 1, spouse joining you. Guilty or not guilty? Is that a line cut?
Not guilty at all. No way. What do you
think? I say not guilty on that one.
Okay, good. We agree. We agree.
We gotta
I'm writing down the time and the date. It is June 10th at 1:05 p.m. Can you repeat that?
No, I will never acknowledge that. You have to rewind it.
I have video. And
you're going to have to go look that up for yourself.
All right.
I'm not going to help you with your evidence.
No, I will post it on every social we have. I agree with you.
And you're going to clip the rest of the story out.
Nothing else matters.
All right.
If I can get you to say you're right by the end of it, it'll be, I agree with you, you're right. And then I will be in cruise jail for the rest of my life. So I get that. All right.
Scenario 2. The whole family joins.
Ooh, line cutting isn't equal. I've been called to the front with my scooter to go first, even though I have been at the back of the line. Okay. I agree with Chris there.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. I think can I say partially guilty on the whole family? Because it depends. Like, again, if you were doing that, knowing that you were getting, like, for example, I'm going to use this, and it's not necessarily the same. We were on Luna. Emma's holding the seats for us in the Royal Theater. We're down getting drinks, and we had 4 or 5 drinks because the service wasn't as quick as what we want. And she was getting beaten, and not beaten physically, but berated by other guests.
Really berated by guests.
Saving seats for us.
But it was 2 seats. It wasn't like she's saving for our party of 12. She wasn't like queen territory.
I'm going to say not guilty.
Now, I think, again, if it was for 12 people, 1 person, then I think that's a guilty. But and we were there, we were in the theater, we were getting drinks. It wasn't like we were like out gallivanting and doing things and showing up at the last minute for the show to start. We were trying to get me started on the service, but
stay in cruise court here.
I know.
In cruise court.
But I think it just really depends on the facts. Okay, what about scenario 3? We got the random side slip here where they just kind of ease their way in, like merge.
Oh, you already know. For me, I'll know.
You almost get in a fight. Oh my gosh, don't take him to Costco on a Saturday.
Yeah, we will not talk about Costco on Saturday with guys side slipping in. I have zero issue going. The line is right over there. I was here. Nope, you weren't. I was here. Get the back there. Yeah, I will get in a fight in the parking lot. Yeah, I will be in Nassau Cruise Jail. I promise. Because we got to talk about that's what it was. They were cutting line. That Karen threw the chair through the window because they were cutting in line.
Was that Nassau?
Yeah, it just happened on Monday. 5 Americans arrested, 3 women and 2 men, and they beat up police officers. I got to say, most
That's
of
a little
them,
more than line cutting, I think.
it couldn't be. I said it earlier. I thought it was over a keychain and a t-shirt in the port, but I don't think that's the same. Line cutting, I could see it. I would get in a fight over it. Absolutely.
Okay. So,
Go-
and your kids go to the bathroom, you step aside, one person standing in line, that's not an issue. If you're helping someone with mobility issues, not an issue. It's those that are rolling up, like I said, with their whole extended family, like, hey, this person's with me in your VIP section at the club and the 1999. I don't know, make up a year here. I don't know if people roll up to clubs anymore. I'm old.
I
So,
would never say that out loud.
no, whatever.
I would
Yes,
not.
you do. You have said that to me quite frequently, actually.
Older,
Topic of conversation.
older, not old.
All right.
So,
So, who here in chat, other than Matt, we already know his answer, has confronted a line cutter? Could be on the cruise ship. It could be at Costco. It could be somewhere else.
all right. So I'm going to add in there. What's the worst place to get cut? Is it the buffet? Is it tender? Maybe boarding? For me, guest services. That is the one that drives me nuts because it happens all the time at guest services. So where would the worst place to be cut in front of be for you? And are we voting? Because we can vote these people off.
Would you stop?
Now
Oh
I've
my
got to
gosh.
decide which one is going off the ship.
Yeah, chair hogs or line cutters. You're like torn here.
Oh my goodness, I am torn. Wow. Chat seems to be all reacting a little slow to this one, my love.
Yep, I see that. I mean, we see the people. I think everybody sees the line cutters, whether they're sliding, doing the side, easing in, and of course the buffet. But nobody wants to fight over
No,
food, I don't think. And I think a line is a line at the end of the day. Everybody know we've been taught to stand in line for years. I mean, just follow the rules.
Chris got it.
At the bar. Yeah, I hate that, Chris. That drives me crazy. You slide up there, and of course I'm like 5'3" and barely look over the bar sometimes, depending on where we're at.
When we're unhinged, guys, do not get in the way of Katrina and her alcohol. Bad idea.
You make me sound like such a terrible person.
You are not. You are an amazing person. I'm just pre-warning people. She'll go full Karen. Okay, no, she won't. All right. What drives me?
Yeah.
What drives me crazy non-cruise when I'm in my wheelchair and people don't look where they're going and walk right in front of you. Absolutely. That kind of speaks to the same with the elevator etiquette, right? When people just have no manners. That's what it comes down to.
Speaking of elevators, and we didn't even talk about this. I don't even know what you'd call them. Elevator egalitarians. I don't know. But where the elevator, everybody knows on the cruise ship, 90% of the time, those elevators are full, right? And people have to get off the elevator for people to get on. Why in the hell do they stand right in the door and not let people off the elevator?
Man, you missed the live just the other night. There was like a 40-minute discussion just on this. People pushing in before people even get off.
Like,
It goes back to that manners. So I am going to, Scotty J is coming on, but thank you very much for coming in, Danny. We are really appreciate it. And RB says, great call, Kat. I agree with you. All right. Have cruise passengers become too entitled? I am going to say yes. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Social media, main character syndrome. And I have that because when I'm filming stuff on ships, I try and do it early and try and be respectful of people that are in there. But I have to admit, I am the one, elevator blockers. Was that you that put that up?
No, that was tripping with RB. I put it up there. Yes. I'm trying to help while you're talking. Keep yapping.
People demanding refunds for weather, the itinerary. The big one drives when you see them screaming at the crew. And then people who think their status makes them royalty. Because I cruise so much, I deserve better treatment than everybody else that's on the boat that paid for the thing. Those to me, it's just entitled. And the chair hogs, chair hogs.
I don't think people got worse. I think without cameras, everybody has a camera. Even the 5-year-old has a camera. There has always been someone yelling at guest services. Now it just goes viral, and they think they're auditioning for a reality show.
I do agree. I think we're filming a lot more, including me. I probably wouldn't have done as much filming as I did years ago. Now I look for peer runners. I look for the stuff that's going to maybe get a little more attention. And you're right. But I do think I think people get crappy with the crew no matter their status. Yes.
And I agree with that. But some seem to think because they have status, they're automatically better than everybody else. They're like the people on the Titanic that think I should have a boat because I'm on deck 10. I don't know. Marine floor to
I don't know where
have they locked. No, just the people are crappy regardless, but you have some that because of their status believe that they are more deserving or should be treated.
Oh yeah, I was on Princess with Noah in January, and not that it was my first time on Princess. I don't have status on Princess, but because we are TAs, we got the Commodore thing. So we were standing in one of the lines at guest services. Yes, it was shorter, but there was a couple standing there that literally pulled people, talk about line cutters, pulled people that they were sailing with from the main line over to the Diamond Elite or whatever it was. And I'm like, are you kidding? I stood there for another 10 minutes. And by then I just walked over to the other line and got in, and it was like easier, but it was, it's because I have status. I'm like, who gives a crap?
They have loyalty perks, yes. Personality, not so much.
They had the personality of it. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. All right.
And then you have those people that think that the ship sells because they showed up. They think being Diamond Plus means they're one step below the captain and they get to call the shots. And I just want to say, hey, relax. You still wait in the same lines and same embarkation and the same ship. Yes, you might have some nicer perks and things, but we're all human. We all put our pants on the same one leg at a time. Get over yourself.
Are they captain of Side-Eye?
No, only me. 2.
I just had to throw that back up there. I did. All right. Let's talk about, I think we're getting close. Yep. Segment number 5 here. Round 5 of Cruise Jail.
Balcony smokers. I say nobody wants smoke in their cabin and they don't want to deal with that. And rules are rules. And it's a safety issue. Catch a fire.
I'm gonna say, this one's a hard one for me because not that I ever smoke on the balcony, but I am a smoker. Okay. I will not smoke on the balcony because I do want to respect the people around me. But there has definitely been a shift in the last while on cruising that really limits the places where smokers can go. And I completely understand. You're a non-smoker. I don't want to be in your face and doing it. But at the same time, you got to be able to provide a spot. And if it's 2 a.m. and everybody's sleeping on the balcony or sleeping in their rooms, I'm not going to get upset by it. Oh, RB says foul balcony smokers.
Yeah, nobody wants their ocean breeze on their balcony suddenly turning into the casino at 2 a.m. smell. That is not a Febreze scent I want to say it.
I completely understand. Their wife's bra looks good laying next to my bed. As good as I am not sure where that went, but we're going to leave that one on screen because all of a sudden it became a completely different show.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. If cruise lines gave us a better designated area, and I'm going to use Luna, for example, the smoking area in the casino was a closet. The spot on deck 17 held like 12 people, and that was it. There was no other spot there. So you would have 100.
Well, there's a cigar lounge, but you couldn't smoke a cigarette.
Which I got kicked out of probably 7 or 8 times for doing that. They're like, I'll go up to 17 as there's no room. Or there was like 2 spots as my smoking cough comes in. But yeah, I get it. I don't want to infringe on anybody. And that was for Cheryl out there. There's no infringements with smoking, but I understand how cruise lines have reduced that. It's going to be difficult for me if they ever say you can't smoke on a cruise ship.
Chewing nicotine gum like crazy.
I think certain cruise lines do a much better job. Princess had a great section for it. Royal does a pretty decent job. We haven't sailed Carnival. We're coming up on it. We're going to see it. I'll let you know. I'm going to say not foul. Not foul.
Balcony smokers are foul. Smoke where you're supposed to for a variety of reasons. You have health issues, you have safety issues. I don't want to fire in the middle of the ocean. That would not be fun. I just think they need to create better options. And I'm a non-smoker, and I always ask you when you're quitting. But I do agree there needs to be some better options where you'll have less people doing it. And let's get off the smokers per se, the traditional cigarettes, the vapors. Like all of a sudden you get a wow away from cotton candy, your fruity pebbles or something while you're in the middle of a show, or it's irritating.
I agree with you. I agree. This one is Cruisedale for me. Speaking of, why don't we head over to rapid fire?
Okay. Gotcha. And so no overthinking. We'll just say it's gel or let them go, or just, I guess, I don't know, free.
All right.
Let them live.
How about your guilty or not guilty? Make it easy.
Well, let's do that too. Thank you.
Right. Guilty or not guilty? All right. So let's start. Chair hogs.
Guilty.
Not guilty. Guilty. Wine cutters.
Depends. I'm Switzerland here.
No, you can't be neutral.
I mean Switzerland. Yes.
No, not guilty.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go there.
Okay.
Elevator blockers.
Guilty.
Guilty. Loud hallway talkers.
Guilty. Go have your go to common areas and have loud conversations. Don't do it in the hallway. People are sleeping, napping, doing other things. They don't want to hear your crap.
Not guilty. Pool speaker DJs.
You hate them. I just ignore them. Not guilty.
Straight to jail. No way. Nope.
No pass and go.
I'm gonna pass this next one, because what about theater seat savers?
If it's for a couple people, not guilty. You are doing a whole party of 12, guilty.
I'm gonna say not guilty. Not guilty. Balcony smokers.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Yes, they are balcony smokers, not smokers in general. We're not talking about smokers. You don't want to encourage people to be out there lighting up. Seriously.
I'll do this one for you, baby. You're right. Guilty. All right. People who stop in the walkways and have the main character syndrome.
Guilty.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Speaker phone users.
Why are they like that? They're guilty. Back to loud conversations in the hallway.
My goodness.
Nobody wants to hear your business.
A cruise ship is not a library.
I don't want it to be a library, but there's areas you need to be respectful of your fellow passengers.
I love this one. Bare feet in the buffet area.
Guilty.
Absolutely guilty. We are not animals. Put on some damn shoes. You're right around somebody else's food. All right. Next one. People who don't wash their hands.
This is guilty. It's like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Yep. No.
There's a reason why they actually have rules where people have to sing washing and act like a fool and entertain us, because you should wash your damn hands.
How bad is that they have to have washy? It's for adults. Adults in the kids in the adult hot tubs.
Guilty. They don't need to be there.
Guilty. Kids in the adult only area.
Same thing. There's plenty of areas on the ship for kids.
All
they
right.
have I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, but we didn't talk about this up above. They have their adventure zones, and they have their splash pads, and they have all the different things, arcades. There's your segmented areas that are adult only. If the parents want to be adult only, hire the babysitter, pay for the services, and take care of your business.
Okay. You ready for this one? Because this one isn't cruise ship related, but I just had to throw this one in here. It's not cruise ship related.
Okay.
It isn't. This is rapid fire, and I got to know. People who clap when the plane lands. What are you kidding? You did your job. Why are we clapping?
So we didn't die.
I'm so happy the plane landed. What was it going to do? And
All
then
right.
here to the pilot. What the? That's cruise jail.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just leaving that one alone.
I had to throw it out there. Guilty or not guilty?
No,
Guilty.
I'm not
Okay.
guilty. If
People
they're
who
entertained by
say-
slapping. We already talked about those. People who block the buffet line when talking.
I don't get that one. Not gonna lie.
Like, again, back to people having conversations, ignoring that there's other people around trying to do stuff. And let's talk about, hey, let's go to the show at 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. tonight while you're trying to get your fried chicken. I don't know. They're just blocking up and causing chaos in the buffet, and it's already crowded.
Damn it, I say guilty. But I've
Never noticed that before.
Yeah,
Will, is that the clapping of the plane or the people talking in the buffet?
I
I'm
think
not
that's
sure.
the people talking. That one, I'm like, I've never even heard of that one before either. And Will's with me. We're
No,
gonna.
I think it's about the clapping on the plane, maybe.
That has no. Anyway. Anyway.
Okay. So if you were captain for one day, I'm just going to give you a day.
Captain Side Eye. Yep.
This is the first rule you're making. And
Yeah.
don't say someone like, be nice.
The first rule I'm making. Oh, the plane. It was the plane. You were right for Will. The first rule I'm making, and I am not going to go to the chair hogs because I think that's a cop-out one. For me, it would be elevator etiquette, making sure that I would have a washy guy stationed on every
elevator floor.
every elevator. Sir, let that guy on, let them off. That one is the worst one to me.
So elevator attendants are needed to be back in play.
Like bathroom attendants, right? Oh, no, wash your damn hands. Oh, I can't decide.
You
What's
can't decide.
What's your one rule?
Mine would be the enforcement of the adult areas, like keeping kids out of them.
I completely thought you were going no talking in the hallways. You know, this is a cruise ship library, so shh. No, you're okay with that. Am I still out of cruise jail?
Maybe.
All right. So we've got it. We've had 5 categories. These were the top 5 that came in our comments. You've got to vote one of these type of cruisers off the ship. Which one are you choosing?
Let's hear from chat who's still with us. I know it's been kind of quiet there tonight, but who are you guys voting off? We have, let's go back through the list real quick. We have chair hogs, kids running wild, line cutters, main character vibes, the entitlement issues, balcony smokers. I think that's everybody, right?
No, we got to put in the elevator one.
Oh, the elevator blocker, we're going to add them.
Yeah.
I that's main character energy to me. If they think they're more important than others, maybe. I don't know, but we can put elevator blockers.
Welcome in, Mike, by the way. So I am going to rank them in order or from.
Oh, you're like making this a lot more complicated. You're going to make me think.
Yep, ranking them in order. I think the least one, and they can stay on the ship, is the kids running through the halls screaming. I don't think that's a big one. Again, you're on a cruise ship, 6,000 people. At times, there's going to be families. So I'm good with that one. The balcony smokers would come next, not because I'm a smoker and I feel that way. I do think it's wrong, but I think there are bigger fish to fry. Then I would go with the entitlement main character, and I would leave my top 2. I'm going to say it. The elevator etiquette would be number 2, and kick those damn chair hogs off the ship.
Where's the line cutters going?
With the line, with the, I'm going to say line cutters and elevator etiquette are pretty similar.
Similar?
Yeah.
Just
chair hogs or balcony smokers. As you can tell, I'm a non-smoker. Yep. See, chair hogs. And I've got to say, it's your turn. What's the worst? What is the worst? Rank them.
I would say get rid of the main character entitlement. People just need to be respectful and know that the world does not revolve around them. I would then probably, because I think the main character entitlement leads into the line cutting, the chair hogs, the balcony smokers. I think it just total disrespect for other people. And then I will go to feral children need to be put under control, parents. And I don't blame the kids for this. I blame the parents. And again, that goes to entitlement, or they don't want a parent.
So Tonight, I think, proved one thing. All of us can agree there's a lot of people on cruise lines that annoy the crap out of us. What I would say is we didn't agree on who's responsible, because we talked a little bit about this. There are rules there. They're there for a reason. So it's whether it's chair hogs, line cutters, smokers, elevator blockers, or somebody saving 6 pool chairs with a paperback book. The real entertainment isn't the ship. It's actually
The shows
watching
on the
some,
ship.
yeah, it's watching these
People
people.
watching.
Absolutely. We're going to end it here, guys.
Hold on. I think at the end of the day, it's personal accountability. Yes, it is a,
And Sherman, sorry.
I think it's people just need to be responsible for their behaviors. Go
Mhm.
back to the golden rule that we all learned in kindergarten. Be treated how you want to be treated, treat others how you want to be treated. And just be nice. At the end of the day, be respectful, be nice, and be kind to one another. It's not about a rat race. When you're on vacation, for heaven's sakes, chill out.
PS.
And if you want to be a main character, at least bring some popcorn so I can watch in comfort.
If you guys didn't notice, that was Kat's PSA moment for the night. And on that note, I'm going to say, chair hogs, straight to cruise jail, get off the ship. And with that, we'll see you next week. Shit happens.
Good night, everyone.
Another show's in the books. Another night talking ship, cruise chaos, bad decisions, good memories, and probably a few differing opinions. It's exactly how we like it. Seriously though, thanks for hanging out with us. Whether you're planning your next cruise, already counting down, or just escaping real life for a little while, we really appreciate you being here. That's what this community's about. Real people, real cruise talk, the stuff cruisers actually talk about after dinner, at the pool bar, or standing on a balcony. No polished travel ads, no fake hype, just the good, the bad, and the absolutely ridiculous side of cruising. And honestly, that's the fun of it. So wherever your next getaway takes you, we hope it's filled with good people, strong drinks, ocean breeze, late nights, and stories worth talking about long after you get home. Until next time, keep cruising smarter, not harder. Good night, everybody.